Where are we headed?
The track.
Is that one of them ninjas that's gonna throw a bearing?
Yep.
Poor guy. Check out our R6s strapped on the trailer. Let's make sure these things are good to go.
I think we're good.
Hello and welcome back to another video.
So are we gonna switch our shirts?
No, we're not.
Oh.
We're not in the garage, so I can't say we're in the garage.
We're at the FAF shop.
We're at where we get work done.
Yeah.
We didn't exactly record a full sequence of events for the weekend. I have some clips that we're gonna run. I'll figure out how to put it all together.
It's gonna be a nightmare.
So the purpose of this is to do a bit of a recap so we can actually have a coherent sequence of events that occurred, because it was an up and down weekend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And up and down and around and around.
And over and over.
and over and over.
For one of us it was a nightmare, for the other it was a dream weekend. So
Yeah.
And for the other one, it was just another day on the track.
we got to do like the whole influencer thing. Hey guys, we're here at the track now.
We have to wait until freaking 6 o'clock.
I like the red one.
It is the coolest, isn't it?
Here's the skid pad. And then way off in the distance there, let's see. Way over there, there's one of the Marshall. There's another one.
You can actually see the track from here.
Yeah, for the actual track. That's turn 13 and 14.
That's the last turn right there.
Turn 1, gentlemen. Here, pose for a picture. And this is where I almost died.
Remember when Tyler was like, hey, follow my line? And all of us followed him onto the rumbles at 5?
Hey, that's optimal.
A pretty fun line.
That's optimal line. Dude, this flag station is not a safe place to be.
No. This is where Tyler went sideways.
No, it wasn't over here.
Yeah, it was.
It was back there. It was back there.
Was it?
Are
Yeah.
people really all the way over here?
Cars probably.
I just remember like hitting the brakes really hard and watching Tyler go sideways right in front of me like this.
I think my rear tire was in the air.
It was.
I hate it when that happens, honestly.
Yeah.
Hate that feeling.
The whole counter steering aspect of the bike disappears immediately.
It just looked like a texture glitch.
Yeah, Dylan, this is where after you accelerate out of that turn, you want to tuck in here, and this is where you let the bike drift on throttle.
Yeah, so it's throttle control through here.
Yeah. You don't, if you're still braking at this point, you're going too slow already. And if you have to brake to adjust your line, you're already losing pace. You want to also
and losing suspension control.
Yeah, you also want to come through here, and you want to drift it like from in there to out here.
Right.
Because from here,
Yeah. And then you cut it in that
Yep.
way.
Yep, from here is where you stand
This
up.
is where we hit the rumble.
Dude, if we went a little wider, it would have been smoother.
For
yeah,
real.
if we didn't hit all the way out here. Come on, Tyler, you're supposed to lead the way.
Carousel, really, your corners are the straightaway, and the straightaways are the corners.
It's nice and banked here.
It is quite banked. That's probably why it feels so strange. When you get on throttle and you don't have your anti-squat dialed in, and the bike just drifts way out
I
wide.
gotta set my squat.
Yeah, we gotta set your sag.
This is where I'm usually fixing my grip.
This is a secret about this track. No one knows. They installed this shortcut.
For winners only.
Yeah.
It's like a Mario Kart shortcut.
You come down turn 1, if you just take a right turn instead of a left,
Instead of a left.
you can cut off so much dead time.
I can't believe they never tell anybody about that.
Yeah, this
That.
is where you feel the dip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
right there.
This is where the track, whatever reason, just drops and comes back up.
I still haven't been able to make a decent pass through these, and these are the ones you're supposed to be able to pass through.
It's probably difficult because there's only 2 ways to pass, and it depends on what the guy's doing in front of you. You can pass him on the inside on the brakes. You can pass him on the outside on exit.
Yeah. Well, here, a lot of people brake real early because they come to the kink and they're just going really fast.
Yeah, and if you're over there and they're inside and they brake early, you're probably not going to pass them unless you get it done before you tip in.
Yeah.
But then is that really a pass? They're just a cone at that point.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
If you're out here like these, that's you're cutting the turn way too wide.
Yeah, you can't accelerate anymore.
This is not a stand it up and shoot straight turn. This is just a sweep all the way through here. What are we doing right now?
Do a clap. A clap.
Oh.
An oily clap.
Ugh.
Okay.
Felt it spray me.
Tyler sprays me all the time.
Look at this lighting though. This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
My bike.
Yeah, let's
See
take a
my
look.
bike here. It's missing a fork.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Because we got here and saw this. Oh lordy, I'm still leaking. And we saw this here
Oh, this poor tarp.
all at the bottom. And so we're doing what is hopefully going to turn out to be a miracle. I cannibalized a spare fork, pulled the seal out of it, stuck it in here. So we're pretty much doing a fork job
At the track.
at the track.
Yeah, trackside.
Trackside
And-
forks.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
hate sand.
That sand is the worst.
Coarse and rough, and it gets
And
everywhere.
essentially we're just praying that this seal from this fork doesn't leak, which everyone knows about used fork seals and how reliable they are.
Yeah.
Is it even... I don't know.
It's too tall.
Well, I still got.
What I like the best about this whole
Oh
thing
man.
is that underneath this, he's got foam. That's about an 1/8 inch thick. Here, I'm gonna compare. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. It's like I'm laying on a bed of air. Let me see.
Well, that's a bit of air too.
Tyler, your feet.
Dude, you're getting my pad dirty. What's wrong?
No, it's like Dylan's feet were all the way out here, and your feet
Hey,
are
I'm
way
the
up
perfect size for
here.
an R6. They built that bike for
Well,
me.
hey, this fits you better. Let me.
Actually, as long as you
Oh, so now you want the air
no,
mattress?
no.
Huh? Huh?
As long as you lay flat and you don't have any pressure points, like maybe if you're on your side, yeah, your hip will be touching. But if you lay like on your back,
This was definitely built for back sleepers, for people who are hammock haters.
I originally got this for my hammock to insulate in the winter.
I don't know how that would work, but
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, for the real things.
yeah. Come check it out. Come to my workshop.
Meh.
I have the fork back in the bike. I pumped it a bunch, simulated race conditions. And no leaks. So hopefully it pulls through the whole weekend. Of course, we're going to keep a close eye on it, but really sucks.
Yeah.
I'm still going to brake just as hard into turn 1. So
Are you?
If
You're
I
gonna
blow-
have brakes for that?
well, if I blow the seal this time, I hope so. Yeah. Sorry, Jesse. If I blow the seal, I blow the seal.
Nothing else to be said about that.
Yep.
And that's all there is to say about that.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey,
What happened to your bike?
I think it fell over.
Did you break your window?
It was working.
Did you tap the straps and say this isn't going anywhere?
Sure did.
Because it looks like it might be going somewhere.
Is it sliding?
It's sliding around, yeah. We'll let Dylan explain how Saturday went, since he'll have the shortest story to tell.
Okay.
Which was your favorite? Your first or your second?
Time he tumbled?
Well, you want me to explain?
Just go from the top.
Well, the top's on the bottom.
It can see it. It can see the bike.
It's crushed.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was gonna send it. It was just
No,
a
you
little-
did. It's not whether you said you were
It's
going
not
to or
whether-
not.
yeah.
You did.
It was just a little bit too much throttle in one corner.
And that's
Well,
all.
actually, you weren't in the corner. So
Tell him what happened.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
Dude,
And
I got
break,
no-
I'm gonna go ahead and break down what I saw. We're gonna get through it together.
All right. Well, Tyler and I will shut up and let Dylan try to explain himself.
No,
We'll get through it together.
I don't remember much of the crash in the beginning. I just remember rolling.
I literally thought you were dead. I
First
came
of all-
around turn 1 and I looked down and I was like, "That's the number 23." And then I saw Dylan laying on the ground like this, and I was like, "He's dead."
No,
I felt pretty dead.
the whole first session I'm behind him, just trying to keep up. I'm really data oriented, so I want to know what's going on with my temperatures and pressures before I do any type of pace, and we just don't have the data, hands down. So I'm like real gentle out of corners. The only reason I'm keeping up with him is because I'm braking like crazy into corners and then rolling through and hoping that he runs into traffic. That's essentially the only way I was within like the first 3 laps of session 1. I'm like a turn and a half behind him. The only reason I was able to catch up is because there was a big group of traffic. Session 2, I remember I
same
told
thing.
you need to chill a little bit going out there. But session 2, you were just like cutting people off. It like one lap out, we get up to some decent pace. I'd say we were doing like, I have the data, but I want to say we were doing like 50s in our first lap, which is respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay if you're if your tires, if your slicks are warm and you're ready to add a bunch of pace after that. The track is still cold, so technically our tires are getting colder at that pace than when we started. So now you're probably below 130 degrees,
Probably sitting around 110, 100
which is really bad for the rear if you want to add any type of throttle at lean. But here's the part that confuses me, and we're gonna do this like a little questionnaire.
Oh boy.
Coming into
Can I answer the question too?
No. Coming into turn 1,
Yeah.
what were you thinking?
To slow down and take the corner.
Okay. There were about 4 guys in front of us. I know your racecraft is pretty decent because you're thinking about how to set up the pass on these guys. And I already know you're adjusting your line, thinking about where to pass them, how to pass them, the fastest, the most efficiently. And yes, that is between 2 and 3, given their pace.
Okay, I'll tell you this. You're right. I was trying to set it up, but I do think they were moving a little slower than I anticipated they were going to do through 2.
Okay, so you ended up going wide on off race line because you accelerated too hard through 1, and you almost ran into them. So you had to stay to the left.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I was hoping you didn't purposefully go out there to shoot around them.
No.
I think your problem was that you saw the opening in front of them that had been created by
Them going slowly.
them going slow and you
And you
ending
going
up over
out.
there. And what you did was you leaned the bike down to make it into 3 and got on throttle. That's what I saw.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting behind all these guys because I can't pass them
Yeah.
until I was gonna just wait and pass him either around
Out of 3.
No, either around, not out of 3. The front guy was pretty fast. He was on 1,000, and me being at least 3 bike lengths behind on a 600, I'm not gonna pass him into 4. But I was gonna pass him outside 5, at least the first 2, and then shoot past the 1,000 out of 7 because I knew he was already going to be entering 8 by the time I was like exiting 7, if he had gotten that pass off, which would have been pretty sick. But that's what I saw. The bike immediately lost the rear. Like, you went down and I saw you looking for that gap, and the bike was just like, boom, gone.
Yeah.
But what sucks about it is that instead of it being lost and then sliding out, it
grabbed.
lost and grabbed so quickly, it went like this.
Yeah.
And was completely upside down. Like, it didn't just like high side and flip. It just flipped upside down.
Yeah. I do remember it kind of grabbing my ankle and just holding on to me as it flipped, and my face just smacking the pavement.
Yeah, your face went straight,
Yeah.
and your visor immediately just broke into pieces, and the bike caught the front and stubbed itself on the front wheel and just went straight up. And it flipped, so the rear tire was in there, and it flipped up this way, and the front tire was up there, and that's when the fork let go. And all the fork,
this is the first time I'm hearing this.
all the fork fluid just went poof into the air. And
I do
then
remember it raining too.
yeah, and you're tumbling there, and I'm just going. I'm seeing the traffic here, and I'm seeing you tumble. I'm like pilot eyeing like the center in between, so I don't crash, and so I can see what's happening to you. From what I could see, I could not confidently say that the bike didn't land on you.
Oh,
I don't want to move my phone because it'll unplug, but try and do an awkward.
Sure.
This
Here,
is
hold this because I want to see if it's in shot.
see.
It sees it. I can.
Yeah, that is where the handlebar actually landed on me.
And I
Handlebar? Or the
Yes,
peg?
it was the handlebar.
I think it happened.
I did see
think
that.
that happened on maybe when you were almost done tumbling.
I think
'cause
so. It had lost my momentum, I think.
It was bouncing tire to tire, so the whole rear wheel exploded on the second hit. The tire burst out, and all the air was just like. Pfft. And I saw that, and it went back in the air and came back down to almost land on top of you again. That's when you tucked your arms in, and I think that was
That's when I regained consciousness.
That was perfect timing to tuck your arms in, because the bike was, I swear it just took both your legs and just went crack. It just kept going and going. And you went from just over a third out of 2, almost to the tires of turn 3.
Wow.
Yeah. You just kept tumbling. I'm accelerating between 2 and 3, and you're keeping up with me. That's what I saw happen. It would have been cool to have cameras.
Yeah.
Our plan was to run a camera every session,
Plans.
but
It just doesn't work like that at
Like-
the track. We just...
yeah, we had so much to do. We're trying to run bikes that we built, and like you can see, I don't know if I will have it played before now or after now, but we had to rebuild a fork. We didn't end up going to bed till like 2:30 in the morning. That was Dylan's weekend.
Yeah.
That was it.
2 sessions. Well, 1.5 sessions.
Not even a half session. That was a third of a session.
I think you did run a 48 though before you went down.
Yeah.
Not right before, but either at the end of the first session or second lap.
Yeah, I definitely could have shaved off that.
Which
too.
was Ethan's record. That's your personal best, isn't it?
No, it's the same as the last time I was there, so yeah.
I mean, I ran 44s on the Pirellis.
You don't have to rub it in.
No, I'm just saying. It's the same. It's the same last time I was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 148 is the fastest I've done CMP.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they gave you such a big shirt.
Yeah, so it fits over your seat. How did I look in the greens?
Dude, you were flying when you started catching up to them. It was awesome.
I was starting to feel the bike, man. I was like, yeah, I was like, this thing's feeling real good right now. It's dangerous.
This is dangerous. Is this on? Why is it?
Oh, I've been recording.
Have you? Well, that's good.
Say hello to the boys and girls.
Welcome back. I'm Tyler. Not.
Welcome to the garage.
Welcome to the garage. We have an event to talk about. What happened? We think he just gave it too much. And the tire couldn't handle
It
it.
was a little over exuberant on the throttle.
He asked too much of the rear tire, and it
It's
washed
okay.
out and high-sided him. And
Happens to a lot of people.
Tyler was right behind him during the whole thing, and now we're here. We're stealing parts from him now. So
Yes. Where does this fit in, though? You said we were going to cannibalize it. Oh. Here's his ECU. It's for Chris Reynolds. So, if you ever want to swap an ECU, it's 2 plugs. That's it. But this will give the white turd
what?
the ability to shift quickly, provided the commandeered. What is this hose?
What the?
This
What
hose?
you doing up there, bud?
Provided the DynoJet quick shifter sensor installed. So you just take the smaller plug. These ECUs come tuned with a pin dedicated to a quick shifter, if you so desired to run one. We can do a little how-to. Come look close at this. All you gotta do, push this guy down like that. Be careful that you don't pull all these wires out at the same time, because you'll have a fun time on the internet. They are all able to be pulled out right now. So if you pull this plug too hard and you unplug the entire plug from all these pins,
Mix them all up. That's gonna be a fun bike.
you're not gonna have fun.
You think the bike will go in reverse after that?
This pin right here is a blank. It's just this little white stubby. These guys, this is the other side of the sensor. We routed it up behind the tank. You plug the green and the blue, at least for the DynoJet, into the green and the blue. Pretty straightforward. And then you take, sorry, I should put it under here. You take the blue and you put it on the negative. And you take the pin here. This has been, looks like maybe twice heat shrunk together. It's fine. It's just a quick shifter. And you go in the back of this where you just pulled that blank and you shove it in there. You shove it in there nice and easy. Look, it goes all the way. You want to make sure it goes all the way in. Look, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, they can see in there.
Yeah, you want that to be the same as the rest. If it's not
Visible
in,
metal pin.
yeah, if it's not in all the way, you're not gonna plug it in here. Once it's in all the way, you just put this back. That's it.
Super simple.
You can plug this thing in. Make sure you hear that click. And the gasket, make sure it's nice. You don't roll it up or anything. There you go. And aside from the negative, this has now got a quick shifter on it. We'll see how much of a difference it makes. I bet half a second.
I mean, for all the times that I jammed up a shift because I'm trying to do
maybe
it.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. Sweet. Quick shifter installed. You explained how your weekend went.
Near the end, like the last 4 sessions on Sunday, I had no grip. I just started practicing things, whatever I could on Saturday to figure out how to get better lines. And I I started to zero in the carousel. 4 through 7, I was getting really good. I had my faster times on Saturday than on Sunday because by the time Sunday came around, by the 3rd session, I was starting to wash out the rear because the tire was gone. When I was getting good time, I'd lean into corners and try to start ripping out, but it would just start to wash out on me because I just lost the tread. But I didn't want to change the tire even though we had it because by that point my shoulder started hurting really bad. So I was like, I'm not gonna take the time to change a tire. I'll just start working on braking. So that's what I did for the last half of Sunday, was work on my trail braking and my braking markers and stuff like that. And I started to zero them in pretty well. I even was asked by one of the coaches if I wanted to be put in events, and I said no, not yet. I decided not to. But
Rejected an
A group bump because I didn't have braking. I was not predictable in my braking yet. I thought I wasn't predictable enough.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to go into A
I would
group being
agree.
unpredictable.
I would agree. Those guys would be pretty.
They would be mad at me, and I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I was gonna wait until I figured out some more stuff, and I figured out a lot after that because it was 3 sessions after that bump that you had. Anyway, all in all, pretty good weekend.
Nice. Just gonna say my whole weekend was following Ethan around.
Hey, it taught you some things.
It got me into A group.
It taught you an actual race line.
Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah?
So I got the bump. Remember when we built your bike and we were talking about making fun of getting bumped into intermediate?
Yeah.
We never expected to even get bumped into A group, like ever. On my first session up in A group, there were people on track, but it didn't matter because I couldn't. Well, I was catching them, but it was like
Because they aren't full send on every corner.
they're not. I'm out there trying to. I'm just so excited I have an open track. I'm out there trying to I was trying to see if I could get 42s, honestly, before my rear tire ran out. There's still a lot I got to work on. I need to dial a bunch of stuff in. Regardless, if you're running decent pace, there's going to be some type of limit where are you willing to buy 2 or 3 rear tires for the weekend, or do you just want to go around at 3 seconds slower and use 1 tire
and focus on a turn rather than the track.
and just dial in maybe I need to work on exiting for CMP. I need to work on exiting 7. I need to work on exiting 13 or 8, and taking it easy the whole way, and then just like picking up pace through 5, driving out of 7, and then looking at your data, dialing that in. So you're not really going to catch people, and people aren't really going to catch you unless you got the bump by some other means. Everyone knows what I mean, trust me. Maybe you've been sliding both knees at the same time. So that's the whole weekend. Now we have to rebuild
My bike.
we have to rebuild another R6.
I can officially say I'm the only one here not dumb enough to total a bike.
Yet.
It will happen.
It'll happen.
If you're pushing towards A group, or even in there, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Low side, hopefully that's best case scenario. Oh, I had my mock race too while I was there.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was really
And
cool. You need to go to that.
You got to explain that.
I recorded on the rear. I'm gonna put the whole race up as its own video, just the whole thing. I might do commentary as subtitles, just because sometimes when I watch track footage from other people and they commentate over it, I get kind of annoyed because I don't really care about your opinion or what you were thinking or whatever. I just want to watch the footage. So I'm gonna put it as subtitles, and if you want the commentary, you can turn it on. If you don't, leave it off, whatever. But yeah, I'll do the whole thing as its own video, and then I can say that was a really fun time. And lap times don't really matter, even then. It's just a mock race. It doesn't matter. Just bring the bike home. Just bring the bike home. Isn't that right, Dylan?
That's right.
Did you win the track day?
I was so fast.
Keyword was.
There. Okay, I guess that's it for this one.
Another great show, guys.
Another great show, guys. Stay fast.
Oh, I hate you guys.